Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Night Film. This book follows journalist Scott McGrath, who has fallen into quite a bit of a slump after being disgraced in the media. His downfall came about years ago when he went a little too far when researching Cordova, a famous horror film director who hadn't been seen in public since the 1970s. Cordova was an enigma, a twisted riddle, and Scott McGrath went just a little too far, made the wrong move all those years ago, costing him not only his credibility as a journalist, but also his marriage. Since then, Scott has been just trying to live his life and forget the destruction of his career and Cordova entirely. But when Cordova's only daughter, piano prodigy Ashley, winds up dead from an apparent suicide, Scott finds his interest into the grim Cordova family history piqued once again. Driven by curiosity, the desire for truth, and the need for revenge, Scott McGrath is once again pulled into the hauntingly beautiful world of Cordova and all of his unsolved mysteries. So let's start by talking about the style of this book. For the most part, it's written pretty normally, but intermittently in here we'll find case files and pictures and news articles, etc. The writing style is atmospheric and gripping. I had heard nothing but rave reviews, but I was still skeptical of all the hype. Thankfully, it was easy to get hooked despite being a pretty chunky 600-pager. There was never a dull moment for me. Either there was something terrifying and mysterious happening, or a deep emotional interaction was being had. The main character, Scott, isn't someone that I necessarily identified with, but the roughness he has around his edges made me like him well enough. He wasn't exactly a good guy, nor was he an anti-hero, but I found myself rooting for him nonetheless. He, Nora, and Hopper made such an interesting group. They're united in their search for the truth surrounding Ashley Cordova's death. Nora started off a little bit annoying, but she was such a doll, and I ended up really liking her. And Hopper, his story was so tragic. I tend to adore morally ambiguous characters, and this book was filled with them. I think one of the most fascinating things about this book for me was the cult-like fandom that this author has created in the form of the Cordovites. They're fanatical and dedicated to this series of deeply disturbing Cordova films, taking to blackboards to share theories and stories about him, obsessing over the most minute of details. Cordova is fictional, but I kind of wish he was real because I would definitely be one of those people that watches all of his movies and gets really into it. In conclusion, I really enjoyed this book and I highly recommend it to anyone who's a fan of a good thriller or psychological book. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So that is it for my review of Night Film. You guys should let me know down below if you have read this book or you are planning on picking it up. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. I post new videos twice a week. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitter or any of my social medias, I will leave the links to those in the description box below as always. But most of all, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye!